So last year, my favorite part about P-Law was just being on this team. And so last year, being on it made me feel really special because at first I felt like I really wasn't as good as the other people, but like over the practices, I feel like we really bonded. And just my favorite part about P-Law is the team and working with these girls because it just makes me feel special to be a part of something this big, and we're all very connected.
The deal, we are now the day before, the school day before, some of us are going to nationals, and so this is our last practice before nationals. There will not be anything next week for you for this.
What is your favorite thing about Bella? Explain.
Madam Chairman.
Bella.
I move to limit debates one more for and one more again.
Second.
Okay, so I love Bella so much. She is the only junior on our team, and she's not the youngest though. JJ is, but she's the only junior of the team. And I think one of my favorite things about Bella is just how level-minded she is and how well she's able to see like the good and the bad, and how she's pretty much like our neutralizer, I would say, because there's one thing about me and JJ is when we're together, like when we sit together, it's Josie, Brianna, JJ, Bella, and then me. I'm at the very end. And me and JJ always go at each other, you know, good competitive spirit. And Bella's always the one in the middle, just basically neutralizing us. And she just has such a good level head and is able to see clearly. And I think that's something that we really need in the group because we have a lot of big personalities. And Bella does have a really big personality, but when it comes to all of us being together, I find her to be the only one that's kind of, you know, thinking clearly and just, you know, I love her. I think she's really kind of like the glue in our group.
I love this so much. I'm a pride and tradition kind of guy. This school has won this competition more than any other school in the state. We are, I believe, going for Title 13 in Parliamentary Procedure. Our first one was in 1946. That means a lot to me, just to have that history and to be sitting in the space and between here and right up the breezeway. All of those state titles were practiced here on these grounds. This 1,000 square foot is what took them there and what pushed them and all of that. That means a lot to me. I want to not talk about that at all, because as I've told the 6 people that have been blue team practicing so far, it doesn't matter. The result of this year is not what defines this room. It's not what defines you as an individual. You going through the process is what defines you. Your ability to show up, your ability to study, your ability to persevere through whatever happens.
That kind of goes along with the last question a little bit, because I compete in P-Law not only for the knowledgeable part about it, but because all of my teammates and Mr. Riley have really welcomed me into P-Law, and it's my favorite competition ever, and I compete in it because it's my favorite, but like it's my favorite because of how welcoming and how much I've bonded with this team. Competing in P-Law does mean a lot to me. It makes me feel like a special person, and it's just my favorite thing ever in FFA.
I love so many things about Bella, and I've gotten to really grow closer to her throughout the past year, just with being on P-Law and just being in cheer together. And I think one of my favorite things about Bella is just her kindness and also her determination and just really everything that she does, because I've noticed that she is so driven, and she always wants to do her best, whether it be through schoolwork or cheer or P-Law. It's just very inspiring. And then going back to her kindness, she just has a light about her, and she's just very sweet. And I also love how funny she is. She always makes me laugh. And those are a lot of different things about her that I mentioned, but I really just love her kindness and her determination.
I like how quiet she is, and sometimes I know she doesn't see her being quiet as a good thing. She sees it as a bad trait, but I think it's a very good trait, and I think it's something that I admire in her, is her ability to kind of like sit back and read the room, and then every time she talks, and this is one side effect of her being quiet. Every time she talks, everyone sits down and listens because she's very quiet, but when she talks, she always says something very meaningful.
Madam Chairman,
Bella. I rise against postponing this because we need to talk about this now as our P-Law team is in their prime. They're ready to practice and they're ready to speak in front of people, so I believe that we should talk about this now. I urge this and we vote no.
Her like golden glasses and her jewelry, and she looks very done up and beautiful, but she's also very able to go with the flow, and you wouldn't expect someone so well put together and so intelligent to be like that, but she's very good with the flow and she's very funny, and I appreciate that about her, especially in group settings where it can get really tense or we can start putting a lot of weight on really small things. So for example, we have some team members who they really stress out about small things, and the small things are what make us good, and stressing out about the small things are what make us good. But again, sometimes the stress can get too much, and Bella's there to kind of rein us in, and she gives us a lot of perspective.
Like in school, you can always see her working on something, or in P-Law, she's always asking questions because she wants to get better. And you can just tell that she really wants amazing things in her life. And that's really inspirational to me because I know a lot of the times I need to be more motivated and have more drive with myself. And so seeing that in her and seeing her push herself in so many ways and also going above and beyond is really so amazing to see. She's very artistic, and because of that, a lot of tasks get thrown onto her, but even because of that, she's like, yeah, I'll do it, I don't care. And I think that's really a great mindset to have, because if you're an open hand to someone, you can really help in so many ways.
Madam Chairman, Bella.
I rise against this motion because we are already decorating all of the schools. We're decorating the kindergarten, primary, middle school, and even our own high school. And I just think that this may be a little out of our reach, and we would have to get permission from the librarian and everything, so I just think that we should kill this motion. Madam Chair.
And I think Bella is really smart. Like, I can tell when I talk to her, just like she really thinks things through before she says it. And I think she's really smart, actually. I think Bella's really smart. And I like that because it's nice to talk to people that are like really thinking about what they say.
Motion. Madam Chairman, Bella.
I rise in full favor of this because I've recently attended one of the school board meetings, and they run their meetings similarly to how we run our parliamentary procedure meetings, and it would just be a cool way to show the school board how we really do parliamentary procedure, and it would also be great practice for our team to speak in front of public figures. So I urge you somebody to vote yes.
And the last question is, how have you seen yourself grow? Explain. Over the past year, I feel like I've grown a lot as a person. Freshman year, I would say I was very quiet and I didn't really want to try new things. I know that's very stereotypical, but for me, it was true. I really wouldn't have been comfortable with doing this interview last year, but I'm just talking now, and so I've seen myself grow. By the way, I'm more outspoken now, and I'm just comfortable with stating my opinion and things. So that was the last question. So I'm gonna go.